I'm pleased to introduce our next guest, Aline Cavalcante. She's a Brazilian journalist, and I would say somebody who really makes the political, let's say in a very mobility way you express your cyclo-activism. The protagonist also of a prize-winning documentary entitled Bikes versus Cars by Swedish director Fredrik Gertten. She has made her mission to promote and advantage cycling in one of the most motorized cities of the world, São Paulo in Brazil. On her two wheels, she makes herself noticed, not only advocating the rights of the cyclists, but at the same time working on encouraging women to take to the roads safely. So, at this moment, she's a social entrepreneur at an organization called O Gangora. The next 20 minutes, Aline, are yours. Please join me on the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, my cute. Yeah. So thank you for Leo Santagada, that it's his bike. I forgot how to say good afternoon in Dutch. Goedemiddag, yeah? Goedemiddag. So, São Paulo wants to ride a bike. First of all, I have to say that's a pleasure for me being here, talking about some that you understand so well, you know so well, that's bike. It's a real pleasure for me, and thanks for inviting me, what I can do. I don't know if you know aware, but São Paulo has 20 million inhabitants in the city, and it has 8 million cars registers. That figures 5 times Amsterdam population. So it's a really, really big city and complex city. And this, the amount of congestions amount hit new records day by day. And this reality made some people to change something. So we said that the traffic jam is one important activist for us. Because many people discover bikes because the collapse mobility system in São Paulo. So psychoactivism has been stronger in the middle of 2000 with a movement called Bicicletada. That means it's an inspiration of critical mass. And the movement had been stronger after a woman's death in the most important avenue in São Paulo, called Paulista Avenue. So after this, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm Aline. I'm sorry, I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm Aline. I'm a journalist and psychoactivist. I've been working and using bike since 2008, 10 years, almost, now. And I've been working with promoting bicycle, especially for women, empowering and engaging more and more women to ride. And this activism, my psychoactivism, led me to be a main character in this documentary, Bikes vs. Cars, that in Brazil is available on Netflix. I don't know here. I don't know if you saw this movie. And the director, a Swedish director, he's looking off because he filmed the beginning of the transformation of São Paulo. So it's in the film, I told a little bit this story, and it's a really cool movie. And psychoactivism, love and hate since 19th. I said that the movement be strong in the middle of the 2000, and Marcus Prado ghost bike. It was the first ghost bike in the city as well. And after that, we made a lot of acts in the city to claim to respect the cyclists, for visibility, and giant banners hanging from bridges also, naked bike ride, die-ins. That means when cyclists stop the avenue, and so we made a lot of acts, and we made a lot of noise also. And the society in São Paulo, the governance, the media, the people in general didn't understand us. And in that moment, it was clear that we need formalize the movement. And at that moment, the first associations of cyclists became in that moment, because the critical mass, it was a power in the city. So how to play this movie? Some images. No? Yeah. Some images over critical mass in São Paulo. In that moment, we haven't a formalized association, but it's clear that it's important to improve our speech, especially. So in 2012, finally, the activism won a cycle mayor. This was a previous mayor, and he made a turn point in São Paulo. And he was riding with an important person in Cycle Road, that Gary Fisher. In the advocacy and the incidents, political incidents, it was really necessary in that moment. It was the first time that we weren't opposite of government, and we didn't know what to do or how to deal with this in the first time, in principle. So the first measure made by this mayor, it was a campaign on communications, meant a big campaign about respect the right of cyclists in São Paulo, the first measure. And this campaign was overviewed by cyclists and focused on motorists. For the first time, we had a campaign focused on motorists. And the result, it was one of the best campaigns with this theme in Brazil.
Vamos fazer o trânsito que a gente quer?
Ultrapassagem é uma coisa que todo motorista tem que prestar muita atenção. Viu a bicicleta? Já diminui a velocidade, faz a ultrapassagem pela esquerda e mantém 1,5 metro de distância. Fazendo assim, não tem erro. O motorista segue o caminho dele e a gente segue o nosso com segurança. São pequenas atitudes como essa que fazem um trânsito mais seguro para todo mundo.
Viver a cidade que a gente ama. Fazer a São Paulo que a gente quer. Prefeitura de São Paulo.
Yeah, it's me. And yeah, it was an amazing campaign. There are more 4 movies, short movies about this campaign. And it was amazing campaign. Other result about that mayor, that previous mayor, it was the construction of 400 kilometers of red carpet. This, by the way, this avenue is the same avenue where Marcia's life was taken. But I will talking about one most important and incredible thing happened after the construction of these red carpets. That is a kind of citizenship area. Yeah, it's a structure not only for bikes, but for invisible ones, especially minorities and, in general, minorities. So, to claim space for the invisible ones, and such as garbage collectors, in this case, or having people to experience the street of the cars, and the cycle lane. It's better than sidewalks in Brazil. So it's common to see pedestrians and runners. For me, it's okay. It's really cool to see that people want to occupy the city with other models of transportation. Turn over the logic of the city, the way of thinking of the city. And in this case, the parental also, because in Brazil, I don't know, here it's really different. But in Brazil, leave the children to school, it's a woman thing. And wherever, the cycle lane changed the bike lanes into citizenship space. And it was really, really amazing to see this. And now, these uses are official in law, because some cyclists, it was against this, don't want to share this cycle lane. So the mayor made a law to official their presence. I'm sorry for my bad English. I'm nervous also. And whatever, I think that it isn't for me or for you or for us. It's especially for the new generation. And now I'm a mom myself, and I'm sorry. I'm missing my son. And I really believe that bikes, it's a really important tool to change the world and to promote the equality in the society, to put people in touch, and to combat climate change also, to reduce inequalities. It's a very democratic means of transportation. And I believe that we can't leave this world for the next generation with such a negative legacy, especially for us in Brazil. So, I don't know, but if you are asking yourselves, oh, but that's a problem, that's okay, the infrastructure, are you satisfied? No, we aren't. There are many, many flaws, especially design flaws, because who planning this structure don't ride. So, of course, happened this. But I think that is the beginning, right? And the government, the mayor needs more and more and more participation. And of course, now we have going through a really weird moment, political moment, because the mayor, current mayor, it's a rightist, and I think that's a problem around the world as well, but in São Paulo also. And he's dismantling the cyclist policies made of previous mayor. This week, he destroyed 6 other cycle lanes in São Paulo. So our role is resist and made a lot of acts and manifestation around the road, claim to bikes in São Paulo. So fighting traffic, I know that it's a common for you here, but for us it's this, fighting traffic, building more roads for cars, is like losing the belt to fight obesity. And the question here for us especially is what kind of city we would like to live. And being here in Amsterdam, it's our inspiration, because, how I said, I'm a mom myself, and in Amsterdam, the violence and traffic changed with a moms and women's movement. I read this and oh my God, it's amazing. Make me strong. Read the story about the movement in Amsterdam, maybe in 50s or 60s. And that's it. I am nervous, I'm sorry. But this is my contacts. I think that we are the ones that can change something. We are the ones, so just do it. Something.
I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride.
And respect the girls, always.
I didn't get that. And respect?
Girls.
The girls.
The girls.
Okay, yes.
Always.
I can't be against that. 2 questions. How do you connect to your community at the moment? Is there some kind of anger now that the mayor, there's a new mayor? Huh? How are you grouping together? Is that online, offline? How do you create
both,
the community?
Yeah. Online and offline. Online we are doing pressure because this mayor, he's a media man, so he loves appear, and yeah, it's really important pressure in the media, online and offline. We are doing bicicletadas and movements to claim.
Yeah.
But the minority of society don't like bicycles.
Why is that? A minority or majority?
Minority.
Minority.
Yeah.
So, but
Because-
still, they are overpaving your red 400 kilometers.
And for 100 kilometers, it's like really, it's not big, good number. It isn't. But the car privilege, it's our big problem. So some business that it's on the street don't like cycle in front of, because where my clients will put the car, something like that.
Yeah.
And this mayor is a businessman also, so he...
Yeah. I was also wondering if it was a gender thing, but I'll stick to the mayor thing. Because I was thinking while you were talking about a very renowned political thinker, Mr. Benjamin Barber, who passed away, unfortunately, a few weeks ago. But he wrote that mayors will rule the world. In other words, we need political alliance. Yes, you feel my bridge. Exactly. There you are. May I call you Marcelo?
Well, I would like to say, first of all, that congratulations for your work. It's a
Thank you.
really touching story about Latin America, great cities and all over the world. Secondly, to say, well, I would like to invite you to the World Council of Climate Action, the mayor's
Wow.
top table, to present your case.
Wow! Oh my God! I saved this. Wow!
I would say, keep going. You are in the right direction and
Thank you.
inspirational for all over the world. Congratulations again, and we expect you in the United Nations.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
But Marcelo, I do want to ask you one more question.
Yes.
So do you understand the psychology, or maybe, let's say, the political pressure behind the current decision to alter, let's say, a good thing that is happening for Sao Paulo society?
Yes, well, first of all, I would say that in the cities in Latin America, like Sao Paulo and Mexico City, 20% of the population own a car. 80% use public transportation facilities. Why is so? You have a huge difference in income in the society. So the 20% is overrepresented in the media, and they have a lot of power, no, usually.
Yeah.
And as far as I can see in this case, the new mayor wants to reverse
Yeah.
the program in order to have a point with his constituency between the 20% who owns the cars and wants to expand the use of the cars. So maybe you need the support of the media and international organizations
Yeah.
in order to send the message that this is not going to happen easily, and you are not alone with your people. So I think that it's a wise thing that you are here, and we are listening to this in order to show what kind of political implication have the use of bike and another society, other kind of cities in Latin America. It's not just a plan and decision.
No.
It's a political fact.
Political decision.
So we are going to support you in this, in your case, and in your proposal to Sao Paulo, and maybe the mayor can change their point of view.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you very much for
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you, Alina. I think that's a marvelous outcome.
Thank you.
Don't forget your bicycle.
Yeah.
Alina Cavalcante.
Thank you.